Thank you so much for coming. I had nobody show up who I invited, so.
We're here for you, Kyle.
Thank you. Once you get to know me, you'll realize when nobody came. I hate bullies. Hate them. There's no bullies here tonight, right? Okay, good, because that was a little awkward last time. No, I hate bullies, and it's really hard for me to hate bullies, because if you asked a sketch artist to draw you a picture of a bully, they would draw me. And what's worse is my name is Kyle. People are always like, you look like a Kyle. Like, what does a Kyle look like? How did my parents know I was going to look like this? You know, my dad doesn't look like me. He looks like an Italian woodmaker. And it's like Geppetto and Pinocchio, but I'm not a Pinocchio. You know, I look more like a Elon Musk and Donald Trump boy. Come on, Elon, we're going to make a lot of Kyles. Actually, I think it's probably the other way, right? It's Elon in the back. Okay, Dad. I mean, Donald. That's tough. It's really tough. You know, last week some guy came up to me and he goes, hey, how does it feel to get a presidential pardon? You motherfucker, I was home alone on January 6th. I'll admit to you, though, that I grew up Republican. I don't think I was really groomed that way, but I was more or less shaped. You know, my dad used a 2x4 to spank me. So I think if your dad's a raging alcoholic, good chance you're going to become a Republican, because you put up all these shields, right? The wall, let's build the wall. Lost a lot of friends over the years with politics, right side, left side. You know, my right side friends were like, we got to protect the kids. Like, you just came back from church. You were right there on the front line. And then my left friends, you know, they have a party. I'm like, oh, great, I can't wait to hang out with you guys. Yeah, thanks for coming, Kyle. Do you mind watching the front door for us? Like, I can't come in? Well, to be honest, first of all, you have 5 kids. Were you thinking of the planet when you did that? And you also kind of bring this like negative aura every time you come into a room, so you need to like go out and get a karma wash and then come back. That's tough. I'm a liberal, trapped in a MAGA body. Did anybody here ever want to be something different growing up? No? A lot of you all had perfect childhoods, I think. Okay. Now, I wanted to be Japanese. Seriously, I really wanted to be Japanese as a kid. I went to the Japanese Cultural Institute. I learned some of the language. I took kendo, kenjutsu, karate, judo, aikido with weapons. I mean, which is weird because I had never even been to Japan. And I just loved everything about it, but everybody there was like, hey, it seems awkward. Because if you think about it, you ever watch Karate Kid or the Cobra Kai shows? You know, and you got Ralph Macchio and those characters, and they're doing the one-legged crane kick. That fits him, you know? But look at me, big linebacker guy. Hey, Mr. Miyagi, I'm going to do a one-legged crane kick. It just doesn't work. Plus, half the class was like, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, I'm here to learn karate. Yeah, but you look like the guy who's the reason almost every one of us is taking karate. I have narrow shoulders instead of these big, broad shoulders. You know, there's a bookstore by my house, and I love to go into that bookstore. But every time I walk in, they have these narrow aisles, and I'm always knocking books off the shelf. So I have to go in like this. Now, when I was 18, I almost joined the Marine Corps. I was one signature away from signing up, and then I was in one of the recruiter's offices, and the other recruiter came down the hall, and he said, Staff Sergeant Collins, I just want to tell you I've been listening to this fine young man from down the hall. And he says he wants to be an officer, but he wants to be Mustang. I can see it. He's going to be a fine, upstanding Marine, but he needs to join now and join as a Mustang, as a recruit. And then they winked at each other. And I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. There's a sales pitch going on here. I've seen that 2x4 before. But I had that energy, you know, that get up the hill, let's go, let's get up the hill. So I became a dad instead. Very different vibe, you know? Very different set of skills. It's more like, okay, sweetie, it's time to go night-night. Let's go to bed. Come on, it's mommy and daddy time now. Come on, let's get up the stairs. Let's get up the stairs. Come on, it's time to go night-night. Would you just get up the fucking stairs? The ice is melting in my vodka tonic. But I'm a good dad. I'm a good guy. I mean, I drive a Subaru. Yeah, I have 4 daughters, 3 of which are at driving age. And they're all like, hey, Dad, you know, that's kind of a lesbian car. Like, well, first of all, I don't care who, anybody can be whoever they want to be in the world. I fully, you know, if you're born that way or you want to be that way, go ahead. Because look at me, I wanted to be a fucking ninja. But I tell my daughters, I'm like, look, some of you could be lesbians. And I don't care and I'll love you forever. But if you're anything like your mom, yeah, probably a pretty good chance. But it did make me wonder, right? Like, what's the commonality for someone like me to love the brand in the car, Subaru, that's associated with being loved by a lot of lesbians? And I thought about it, and I think I have an answer. Subaru makes a car that attracts the kind of driver that knows how to make a woman come. Thank you very much.